I kept thinking that Keira's like the miracle child because I was already 38. You don't know how long you have to have children. My pregnancy was really good. I didn't have morning sickness. I was probably the healthiest I've ever been because I wasn't eating any junk, or I don't know, it was a really good pregnancy actually.
During the pregnancy, there was no issues or there was no indication that something was going to happen or anything out of the ordinary was expected.
When I actually delivered her, she had one eye that was kind of closed and one that was open, like wide open.
We just weren't too sure. I mean, new parents, never had any other kids, weren't too sure what to go on. We were just curious, we were asking lots of questions.
They did an MRI, and they said that her brain looked normal, but they thought the skull could be misshapen.
It was within 2 months that we had an official diagnosis of Keira having craniosynostosis. Craniosynostosis is where the sutures in the skull fuse too soon. Basically, that would lead to the brain not being able to develop properly.
It was just heartbreaking because you have this little baby that, you know, probably might be your only child, and then you have to find out that she has to have surgery, and it's like you have this little girl and you want them to, you know, kind of have that perfect life. So it was hard to make that decision about surgery.
They literally said that they would have to cut her head open from ear to ear and cut the sutures in her skull. So that was a bit overwhelming.
The surgery was like 8 or 9 hours. So the whole time you're like just praying, like, please let her be okay and let the doctors just do their best, right?
When she was 9 months old, hooked up to all the machines and all the tubes going everywhere and an oxygen mask on, and you just feel helpless. You can't really do anything except just be there. So
after the surgery, like when she was in the ward and she was so swollen and her head's all bandaged up, and you kind of want to look and see, but at the same time, you don't want to see what's under that bandage and just how painful it must have been for her. But the nurses were really great and helpful, and they just made you feel like things are going to be okay.
I think by the time she was 2, I think she had 12 specialists. So she had a really amazing team.
I think our long-term worries are more around, will she need more surgeries? She had a second one. They called it a bone filler. When she was 8, it was a small incision on the side. The most difficult thing was that she couldn't put pressure on it. And so it was really hard. She was a very active kid. And for like 6 months, she's told she can't do gymnastics, she can't do dance. She missed like a month of school. That was really hard for her.
You're going to have both hands on the steering wheel because you don't want to get a ticket. There you go. See you later.
She's just like a happy-go-lucky kid who enjoys all the experiences she gets.
She's just a happy kid. She makes everyone happy around her. Her smile just lights up the room. And just very proud of her.
When I'm older, I want to be a vet because I love animals and I want to help them if they're sick. I want to go to Hawaii to be a vet.
We're very thankful for all the donations that people give. It helped us when, like, with her surgeries, or like just knowing like what the supplies, resources were available so that we can have quality healthcare.
We don't know what we would do if we didn't have a children's hospital, a foundation, and it's been a big part of our life. got the giggles.
Oh my gosh, Giles.